Hello and welcome to Marriott MBA Today. I'm Jordan Larson and with me today is Tori Dumke. Thanks for being here, Tori.
Thanks for having me, Jordan.
So you did your internship at Adobe this summer.
I did.
Can you explain what interested you in Adobe? Like why did you choose that internship over any other opportunity?
Sure. So my background's in public relations, and I had worked with tech clients before, so I knew that I was interested in the technology industry. So as I looked at different companies, Adobe was on my radar because I'm in Utah. I've had exposure to the company. I know people who've worked there and have loved their experience. I've also worked with Adobe products. And I like that the company is well established, but they continue to innovate. They have a combination of creative and analytical, and I really love that about them. So it was kind of a combination of all of these different factors, and then as I continued to network within the company and felt like it was a good culture fit for me, that interested me in Adobe.
Yeah, having a good culture fit is important, and then having a company that's growing and innovating keeps it exciting and kind of fulfilling, so
Definitely.
That makes a lot of sense. Could you kind of explain the interview process that you went through? Was a cover letter important or unnecessary? Your resume, how did the on-campus interviews go? Explain that.
Sure. So I think that the interview process starts far before you submit your application. I think it's important to start networking early. So I talked to my classmates who had already interned at Adobe about their experiences, what they thought of the company, and asked them for references to other alumni, other coworkers that I could talk to. I went and visited the Lehigh office and talked to friends that I knew that worked there, recent graduates who were there, and really got a feel for what the different opportunities were and what the career path looked like at Adobe, so that by the time I submitted my cover letter, my letter was able to be customized of truly what I loved about the company and how I could see myself fitting in there.
Okay. And then how did the on-campus interviews go? Do you have a phone call first, or do they bring you in?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't take you through the whole process. I left you there at the application. So after I submitted my application, I was contacted for on-campus interviews. We had our on-campus interviews with HR, and then from there, a few of us were invited back to go to the Adobe Forum.
Okay. Yeah. Explain the forum, because I think Adobe is one of the few companies that does something like this.
So the Adobe Forum is sort of speed dating for interviewing for a, what is it called?
Internship.
Thank you, for an internship. And so you go to San Jose, and you have a whole packet of the different internship opportunities. And you go and talk to each of the managers, and there are about 30 people, like different managers, and you're talking to them and kind of getting a feel for giving your pitch of who you are and getting a feel for who they want. And at the end of the night, they give their top 10 candidates, and you give your top 10 positions that you'd like, and they do a matching process. And then the next day you're invited back to interview for several positions. And then they continue to narrow down from there, and then fingers crossed you get a call back with an offer.
So it sounds like you need to have your star stories down pat for the forum.
Yes.
And have your elevator pitch down and be comfortable just going up and talking to someone that you don't know and kind of starting up a conversation and getting to know them.
Definitely. You can't over-practice this. I thought that it was going to be something that I could do well, like remembering the word interview. Internship, there we go again. But you can't over-practice. So I would encourage people to, even when they're talking to their classmates, when they're talking to people they meet on the street, talk about what you've done, what you want to do. It's important to be able to have that down pat.
Take every opportunity.
Yes.
Wonderful. And then, luckily, I hear you accepted an offer full-time at Adobe.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I did. Thank you.
What made you want to go back?
I had an excellent experience at Adobe. I loved my internship there. My manager was incredible, the group that I worked with. I was in the global marketing organization doing partner marketing, and the offer I got was with that organization as well. And I loved the projects that I was working on from the very beginning. I was a part of the team. I wasn't just the intern. I was really had executive level exposure, was working with cross-functional teams, and felt that everything I was working on had an impact. And I really loved that. I was excited to go to work every day. And the fact that I could go back and do that full time was very exciting to me.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity. It's nice when they give you high-level projects and not just say, hey, go get the coffee.
Definitely.
So if there's any advice that you would give to someone interested in Adobe, either for an internship or full-time, what would your advice be?
I would say to show that you're passionate and to be pleasantly persistent. I think that in order to show your passion, you need to put time into it and work hard. Like I said, networking, getting to know the products, getting to know the company. And when I say pleasantly persistent, that relates back to the networking aspect. People are busy, and I think lots of people are willing to meet with you, but you might have to follow up a few times. And that, I think, is an important part of networking, to just kind of keep pushing forward with that, because the people who really want it will continue to do that. And I think in the end, it pays off.
Yeah. I liked how pleasantly persistent and work hard. You can't go in and saying, oh, I know Photoshop, so I should get hired here. You need to know everything that they do and be on your game in every aspect. So
Definitely.
I think that's great advice for any company. But thank you so much, Tori, for being here, and thank you for watching Marriott MBA today.
Thanks, Jordan.